If I could only choose 3 bass fishing lures for the rest of my life, what would they be? And right down here, I have a couple of my bass fishing kits. I'm gonna be going over what they would actually be. Number 3, it would be a curly tail grub, and if I had to choose a color, it would be white. Let me show you. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out a jig head as well. They usually do go hand in hand. This is what a jig head looks like. It's a little weighted hook thing, and you wriggle up right here. But why would I choose this as number 3? You only get 3 options. And before we even rig the thing, we need to set the stone, or whatever they say here these days. The main idea of catching bass is to pretend to be what they eat. This just pretends to be a small fish, and it's really good at it. But I'm gonna go ahead and rig it up on this worm. Just crawl it up that hook, just like it should. Pop it out, push it up on the keeper. Boom. That lure right there can and will catch a lot of bass. And the biggest thing about it is how overlooked that thing is. It's crazy. In the bass fishing world, you hear all kinds of people talking about swim baits and how effective they are. But what those same people don't talk about is that a curly tail grub is the same exact thing, but it doesn't cost as much. So why would they promote a curly tail grub? If a lot of people in the bass fishing world, their job is to sell you stuff. This is literally a swim bait that costs 10% of the cost. Straight up. And especially if you guys are fishing ponds a lot, you don't need one any bigger than this. I think this one's 3 inches or something. It's so small, but guys, if you just think about the bait that's in ponds, that's perfect. Even in a lake, that's the perfect representation of a shad. So number 3, I gotta go with the curly tail grub. I'm going color white. Number 2, coming back into my kits, I'm gonna go a watermelon color worm, 4-inch Senko style, and I think I got one right here. Let me show you the rig I'd go with. But that actually brings me back. One of the reasons I'd choose this is because there is so many ways to rig it. I'll point you guys to a video where I'll show you the top 3 ways to rig this thing. But you can do everything from wacky rig, where you hook it in the middle, a Texas rig to fish it on the bottom, and then there's a bunch of other rigs you can do with this thing. My number 1 favorite is going to have to be a weightless Texas rig. Get this extra wide gap hook. I'm gonna do it kind of fast. I'll show you in another video if you want to know the details on how to do this, but once you get good at it, you can tie it up pretty quick. Pop it out right there. Now it's basically a fluke. You throw it out, you can let it sink, it'll dangle, and then as you twitch it back, twitch, it's going something like that, you know what I mean? But you can throw it around grass, you can throw it around wood, you can throw it around rocks, you can throw it under docks because you can skip it. That's number 2, and that's the way I would rig it. Now number 1 is interesting because do I think it is top 3 effective bait in the world? I'm gonna say probably not. Do I think that it's one of the greatest bass fishing lures of all time? I do, but mostly because it's really fun to use. Nah, but for real, I'm putting it straight up a top water plopper style bait. And we do put these in the bass fishing kits as well. Are you seeing a common theme here? The lures that I think are best are the ones I put in the kit. Wonder why. No, but for real, whenever I made these bass fishing kits, I wanted to build a box that I could take to all kinds of bass fishing places and have the things I need. With the top water plopper being number 1, you throw it out there, it comes across the water, plop, 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 plop. Not only is it really effective early morning, late in the evening, but it's also super fun to fish. And whenever they come up and blow up on it top water, man, that's the time. I've actually got one tied on right here. We'll swim it through the water real quick. This one happens to be a little bit different color, but cool thing about top water is the colors don't matter because all they see is the bottom anyways. But just listen at this. Not only is it super effective, but it's stinking fun to use. And if you're not having fun while you're fishing, I don't know, you better be making money from it or something. And that is why I like it. Like I mentioned earlier, if you want to learn some more ways to rig a worm, click right over here. Or for some more bass fishing videos, click right over here.